Hello! Welcome to day one of our immune challenge. First things first, if you hear kids screaming in the background, they're totally fine. I'm just hiding in a room before we start the chaos of the school run. So, you're here, welcome, thank you for being here, thank you for prioritising your health. It really is going to be as simple as prioritising 7 minutes every single day for the next 7 days. This is going to be a challenge for me too because I am a talker and I like to verbal diarrhea and I get really excited when it comes to food and habits and nutrition, so I'm going to keep myself in check. I think amongst COVID affecting the world and also as we're easing restrictions, but we're entering this cold and flu season, it's a really interesting time, and there's no better time to prioritize your health than right now. And I think if you just look back at the history of medicine, even over the past 100 years, there's been a huge shift. And now in 2020, there is a gap in our understanding and also belief system, I guess, of what healthcare really means. And what I mean by that, if you go back to just over 100 years ago, there were acute deadly diseases. They were the number one killer. I'm talking about like scarlet fever, typhoid fever, etc. In 1935, antibiotics were introduced. And antibiotics, game changer. Of course, absolutely, antibiotics are life-saving. However, we then progressed into this era where we are now, where acute diseases are no longer the number one killer, chronic diseases are. And what's interesting is that research suggests, and World Health Organization state that up to 80% of chronic diseases are preventable through diet, through movement, and through lifestyle, which kind of gets you thinking, I guess, collectively as a society, what did we miss? Because clearly our level of education hasn't been up to scratch, I guess, in terms of the data and the priority of our health. And so over the next 7 days, that's largely what I'm going to be sharing with you. These are really simple, easy, doable strategies that you can start to implement. Your immune system is related to every other body system. And so, yes, I am over the week going to give you specific foods, nutrients, recipes to really give your immune system a boost. But first things first, for the next couple of days, I want to make sure that we cover some of the foundations, because my approach and my nutritional philosophy is a little different, maybe to some of what you've heard before. Just to get right into it, I think we need to start by talking about water. And I know water seems almost boring. It seems so simple, like, Olivia, really, we need to talk about drinking water? But we do. Water is hands down the most important nutrient on the planet. You can survive for weeks without food, but you can only survive for a couple of days without water. What water does is water essentially is your transport mechanism that when you're eating food, even if you're eating all the right food, you're taking all the right supplements, water helps transport those nutrients into the cells to nourish the cells. Water also works as a key detoxifier because every single cell in the body has the ability to detox. And so what happens is water helps transport the debris and the toxins and excess hormones and the waste material out of the cells back into the body so the body can effectively eliminate it. Water plays a huge role in terms of your digestive system. And this is something that I'm going to really get into day 2 and day 3. But 75% of your immune cells live in the gut. So if we want to support immunity, water is the place to start. It will support digestion, absorption, elimination. It keeps your poop moving along nice and regularly. How much water should you be drinking? I know is probably the next question. And again, it's kind of confusing. I actually want to give you a little formula right now because you need to work out how much water you need to drink based on your body composition. So me sitting here and telling you to start sculling 8 glasses a day, it's not really personal. So grab a calculator or your phone and I want you to type in this really simple hydration formula. I want you to type in 33, we're doing 33 mils, so type in 33 times your weight in kilos. So for example, if you were 70 kilos, you type in 33 times 70. Then you will be given a number, and that is the total amount of mils you will need to be drinking per day. Now, I'm not a maths nerd, let me tell you, at all. I'm the opposite. But I had a patient yesterday, and I know he was 80 kilos, and we did this exact numbers, and it came out at 2.6 litres of water. Every single day he needs to commit to drinking for basic metabolic function, for general gut health, and for immunity. So day 1 challenge is to write down how much water you need to drink, go old school and put post-it notes all over the house, take a couple of photos, put a reminder in your phone, set an alarm, do a couple of those practical strategies that will remind you. For me personally, I love to have water out on the bench. My water bottle, I need to see it to do it. It also helps if you have kids, because typically we're nagging them about, or they're nagging us about snack time and water. And so every single time you're in that exchange with other people or with the kids, think about yourself. Your water intake does include herbal teas. It does include sparkling water. So go crazy. I hope that helps. Bye.